Those are the things I used to say all the time, but now I'm like married into a Filipino family.
Yeah.
All the words I'm learning now are so boring.
You don't say those? You don't say those at family gatherings?
where you learn?
I'll say things like "titi mo, pepe mo," but like that's different.
What does that mean?
Say it like a Chinese guy.
Yeah. Welcome back to a super de Guzman episode of The Careful Boys, where we are here with the man, the myth, the legend, Jared de Guzman.
Hello.
So you just released a comedy special?
I did. I put out a special on YouTube's.
How do you put it all together? How do you do one of those things?
I got a production company and then taped it in Vegas and we did 2 shows and then edited it for like 10 months.
Wow.
It takes that long to edit?
We might just be hella slow. Cause I didn't give them a deadline.
10 months is hell.
But I mean, like,
yeah. Are they Filipino production company?
They're the whites. They're the whites.
And you didn't give whites a deadline?
I know.
You f***ed up.
I know.
But I wonder if it actually took 10 months or they just pushed it and like forgot, and then on the 9th month, you reminded them and then they did it and it took them like 3 days to finish it.
It was a little bit on me. So it was like the editor would give me the raw cuts of both the shows.
Oh, okay.
I spent a lot of time with it, like being really picky about each thing, and I think it might have been me just giving so many like passes
Feedback?
back and forth.
Yeah.
So how does this work? You have to like come out of pocket to record, and then you put it up somewhere, and then you get the money back? Or like, how does the money part of it work?
Yeah, pretty much. So
money, baby.
I did it all out of pocket back in December of last year, and then now it's like, I would say for YouTube specials, some of the money is from views, but a lot of it is just from touring. Like hoping that it gets enough exposure that...
So it's just marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you do your special though, what people are expecting that same special?
No.
Because you got to do a whole new one now.
Yeah. So the nice thing about it taking 10 months was I had that 10 months to work out a whole new hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good then.
Yeah.
Is that like how you would do it again when you have to do it again then?
When I taped it, I was like, let's put it out in like 2 months because I just want to like put this out already.
Oh, okay.
But looking back, it took me this long to come up with all that new stuff. So I'm glad that it worked out that way.
Isn't that some like artist shit though? You know what I mean? It's like same thing. If somebody gives me a deadline for like a project, as an artist, I'm gonna take all the way up till that deadline.
Exactly. Whether it's a week or like 2 years.
Exactly.
Like I'll be finished after that 2 years. But if you told me a week, it'd be done.
That's just how it is, right? So same thing. If you did end up,
I heard that's an ADHD trait. Is that right?
It's probably both.
I feel like it's just a creative thing.
I think it's a gay trait.
I was reading some shit about these, there's like these engineers, right? And then the ones that are like fucking geniuses, they're like master procrastinators. But it was the way that their brain operated where they're still working, but they don't actively work on that project. They're still like researching, getting inspiration, doing all these things. And in the first group of like more like of the punctual engineers were like working on this project like meticulously from point one. This other group was just kind of like hanging out, having coffee, whatever. And at the last minute, they just fucking pull some crazy shit. But it's like the way that they're taking it in and still working on the project, but not actively like sitting down with a pen. Yeah, they're still like working on it though. And I feel like a lot of creatives could be like that.
It's kind of like when you're like in the shower and you come up with an idea.
Yeah.
I feel like I work really well doing that. So maybe that's why it takes so long.
Take a lot of showers.
Yeah, take a lot of showers. Just
A lot of walks.
But it's like I like to spend some like quote time off where I'm like working creatively.
Damn.
But also I do benefit, like there's seasons where when the special was about to come out, we set like a few weeks to just like grind things out and get it done. But I feel like I'm pretty slow though creatively. It takes me a long time to like do stuff.
Do you write a lot too? Or is it most of it's just, you just throw shit out on stage and see what works?
Yeah, a little bit of both. Like, because since it's like if I write a whole song, then I have to like sit down and figure out the lyrics. But my favorite is just getting up there and like riffing with the crowd.
What's your process like? Do you just do that, do it live shows, and then that one worked, and then you go, I'm gonna keep that one?
Yeah. So like, cause like right now, for example, one of the new things I tried like a month ago. It was just about me and my girlfriend want to have this conversation. about the dudes that she slept with in the past.
Those are the best conversations.
I'd be like, don't fucking tell me you a virgin, dude. You pure. Shit.
I'm the only one you've ever had. But so then I wrote a song about that, and I was like, I wonder if people are gonna relate with this at all. And in my head, I was like, I think this is funny to me if like all the guys had bigger dicks than me. And so that's what the song ended up being about. And I was like, it was funny to see how hard the dudes were laughing. It made me realize like, oh, they've all had this conversation before. Yeah. But before that, I don't know if I'm the only one. So I go up with like, literally had the lyrics on a piece of paper. And like when I read the first line, because people aren't just like laughing at the start of the song. Yeah. I literally am thinking like, dude, this is not good.
It just sucks.
I'm like looking down at it. I'm like, they're not gonna like this at all. But then when I get the first laugh, I'm like, okay, I might keep this.
I feel like creatively, that's what is the most rewarding too. You put something vulnerable up, and like, please don't stop on my project. And everyone's like, yeah. They're like, oh, they like what I like.
How many times do you have to do it until you go, yeah, this one doesn't work?
Oh man, I did a song called God is Chill as Fuck for like 2 years.
You're really trying to push it.
I really was trying to push it. And then I was like, yeah, you guys are right.
This one does suck.
But do you feel like that does something to your psyche? Like you spend years trying to be like, God, show as fuck. Nobody likes it.
Yeah.
And then you keep on singing about how your dick for sure was smaller than all of her ex-boyfriends.
That's
and then
the one
like
they like.
100 shows later, you're like, man, my dick was smaller than all of her ex-boyfriends. Like, you start method acting that shit.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah. I do think that is true in some way. Like for example, if you're doing a set, it's still you. Like you're bringing out a part of you, and I feel like for example, I'll hear myself say something off stage, and I'm like, oh, that's because that's how I say it on stage. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of like a bit, but anyway.
That's like me feeling a safe space here and being like, oh, everybody here just says things like, you're retarded. And then I go out back to the dance community and then I'm like, I get canceled for it.
100%. Well, like, because I know, like,
Call someone acoustic.
Our mutual friend, Gilbert, like, so like, I go to like church and stuff too. It's such a night and day atmosphere. So like, I'll do a set on Saturday night at a show, everyone's like cursing, whatever. And I'll go to church, it's sort of like, you know, smiley, light, bright. I have to consciously think in conversations, like, I can't.
Have you ever
say what I
thought
said
about
last
going
night.
to church and seeing that God is chill as fuck there?
Yeah, that might kill over there.
Yeah.
That might.
Like,
Everybody's like,
just the wrong crowd for the last 2 years. So like, actually one of my pastors came to the show and I did it for him there. Whoa. He was like, yeah, I don't know if you liked it or not though.
He's like, I never knew you were a blasphemous perpetuator of the devil.
Oh, so you're a succubus. Yeah.
What's the premise on that God is chill as fuck?
Yeah.
What's your perspective?
Because I got baptized like
Here's your guitar, by the way.
2000. Yeah, here. Thanks. I got baptized 2019, but I was like struggling with, okay, like I come from like this comedy background. I'm not, just because I got baptized, I don't think I'm like perfect or anything. So I was like, the image of God that I grew up with was more like shameful, like if you do something bad, it's this. But when I got baptized, I was like, I think he's more chill than that. So like,
He's way more cool.
he's way more chill, yeah. So it's basically like just a really chill like God character, yeah. I know.
I think it's hard to do religion and politics stuff, and if you could do that shit good, then it's like, I think it's just too touchy.
I think like it's weird. I think the way that people accept it is in very specific, like boxes right now, and it's hard to like mix it. I'm trying to figure that out still, because I want to talk about that stuff, but I haven't figured out how to. Actually, there is one bit in the special where I don't know, but it's in the special.
You gotta watch it. Go watch it. Where can they find it?
YouTube.
On YouTube. Yeah.
Literally dropped 13 days ago.
Jared Guzman, YouTube channel.
YouTube channels.
Did that open up any more like business or industry talk after you guys dropped it? Like people are like, oh dude, let's book you for this, or
Yeah, it's been cool, like more so through Instagram or Facebook. Like I'll see like a bunch of just random people like discovered me through a clip. Specifically, Asian Guys Can Smash. I have a song called Asian Guys Can Smash.
Yeah.
And I saw like Justin Bieber's old manager liked it.
oh shit.
But yeah,
Like,
just like
Scooter Braun?
yeah, yeah. I looked at it and was like, it's like, because I wanted to be a musician like as a kid, you know. So it's kind of crazy to think like, wow, the thing that got me noticed was Asian guys can smash.
That's hilarious.
And it feels good because that's a song I'm proud of, you know?
Yeah.
Because we can fucking smash, dude.
Speak for yourself, man.
He'll never know.
It's 10 seconds of bliss.
That's funny.
When do you feel like a next special, like, is there almost like a rotation or a seasonal thing that you feel works for you, or how you want to kind of set up your independent career, so to speak?
Like as far as like stand up and touring, or
And then
Building.
specials, and then like how that might like be almost a
yeah. No, that's a good question because I think since this is the first special I've had where I'm like burning an hour of material, I don't know how long it's gonna take me to come up with a new hour. But ideally, like this next year, I'll be working out all the new stuff and then record a special at the end of next year and then put it out 2026. So it's kind of like this cycle of work on the material, record it, work on the new material, put out that special. That way,
2-year seasons.
yeah, exactly.
Damn, that's crazy.
But even though I say that out loud, I know it doesn't work out that way. You know, I know like there'll be like an acting thing or something else in between.
Life.
Yeah, exactly. So,
what would be like a dream situation?
ooh, a dream situation. I love like projects. I get super bored like doing the same thing for super long. So it'd be cool to do like a movie or like an acting project, and then do like stand up for a year, do like a music project for a year, and like bounce around and stuff.
Triple threat. Sing, dance. No, you probably can't dance. Act.
You probably can't dance. Basketball,
Act
baby.
comedy.
I like it.
You probably dance.
I like how you knew right away. You didn't look at me, you looked at my entire body.
I was like, you probably can't dance, dude.
This guy doesn't dance.
No, I meant comedian. That's what I do.
I think he could dance.
You for sure could dance.
It's innate.
I never met a Filipino that can't.
Yeah, they usually kill those at birth.
It's like a Spartan.
Baklak!
That's why.
You know the Keith Tagalog words, huh?
No.
That's it.
I know. What do I know? Fuck. Okay. I haven't brushed up in a long time. Bakla's one of my favorite. And then there's is it Mahal Kita?
Mahal kita.
What's bakla?
It's like gay.
Oh.
But it's like derogatory.
Mahal Kita is I love you, right?
Mahal kita is I love you. Yeah.
Putangin na mo.
Putangin na mo.
How can I
What's that
forget
mean?
the
What's that mean?
classics?
I feel like it's like son of a bitch, right? Son of a
It's basically it's like the equivalent of.
My best friend in 4th grade was Filipino,
yeah.
so I was like surrounded by it.
Those are the things I used to say all the time, but now I'm like married into a Filipino family.
Oh yeah.
All the words I'm learning now are so boring.
You don't say those. You don't say those at family
Yeah, where you
gatherings.
learn?
I'll say things like "titi mo, pepe mo," but like that's different.
What does that mean?
Say it like a Chinese guy.
Yeah, that's just like penis and vagina.
Penis and vagina?
Is there a national language?
Peck. I know peck.
Like Tagalog's the most common dialect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't there like hundreds or something?
Yeah, there's a lot. It's crazy to think that there's people that can't even understand each other from island to island. Yeah.
My dad and my mom actually had slightly different dialects. She said like when he went into his dialect, she didn't know what he was saying.
Damn.
Are you fluent?
No. I'm like, so I was born there. I lived there for 1 year and then moved here. But both my brothers moved back like at 16, or no, sorry, when they're in college. And so they're fluent.
But do you like
Yeah.
understand it? Like your parents still speak to you?
Oh, yeah, I understand
So,
it.
you just respond in English?
Exactly, yeah.
You know, fucking Vegas has an insane Filipino population. I didn't realize
yeah.
because I just went to go vote. It goes English, Spanish, and the third one was Tagalog. I was like, that's the third one?
That's pretty sick.
I thought it'd be like Chinese or some shit. I'm like, that's crazy.
That's where I take the special. Was in Las Vegas.
Take it over.
I take the special in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah?
Because I knew I had started my tour there like in 2022, and it like sold out super quickly. I was like, oh, there's hella Filipinos.
Oh,
You think it's 'cause-
wow. Good at analyzing.
He's
They're
going
all
to
the
January,
card
bro.
dealers are Filipinos.
We'll be out there.
All the card dealers are
Yeah,
Filipinos.
That's exactly.
Plus,
What's their style?
It's the 9th Hawaiian island.
And then the hotel managers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
always
hella
a Filipino
Filipino
dude.
All the
wonder
casino
why.
workers, hella casino workers and stuff like that.
There's a lot of just Filipino workers in general out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to the hospital, I mean, it's exactly like here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, JR,
allowed
didn't you get Gilbert's dad to open up for you or something like that?
What the?
In Atlanta, dude. In Atlanta. Atlanta, he introduced me. He brought me on stage.
Oh, sick.
Dude, so I had him come to the sound check, and he did like a whole speech. He did the
The testing 1, 2, 3. That speech.
No, 1, 2, 3. It works.
Gilbert's dad is fucking hilarious because he's like Gilbert, but just goofier, but with a crazy Filipino accent.
And he's not doing bits. It's him.
No, he's he's a larger than life.
Wait,
character.
and he's a comedian?
What does he do?
Well, apparently he learned how to do stand up because he would speak at these corporate gigs for his job.
Like Toastmasters.
Oh yeah, Toastmaster style.
He
Yeah.
learned how to do like all these jokes. Yeah, bro, and he's fucking really funny at it. So if you get a picture of Gilbert,
It's like Rodney Dangerfield, but
yeah,
Filipino.
no, seriously, and I remember Gilbert was telling me that he opened up for you.
Yeah, he did the speech from A Knight's Tale when he's bringing in the like Lancer. What's it called?
Oh
Jousting?
yeah. From the white dude where he's like
A Knight's Tale, like Heath Ledger?
Yeah.
and he introduces
Gilbert's dad did the
Heath
speech
Ledger.
to that to bring me on stage. I have a video of it somewhere.
What was his name? Fuck. Now you got it in my. Anyways. whatever.
Anyway, yeah. But then also at
It's
Gilbert's,
just so random, dude.
at Gilbert's wedding, remember he
Von Lichtenstein.
he took
or
over
some
the
shit.
speech. That was
He was telling these Catholic priest jokes that were just really funny.
for Gilbert's wedding.
Yeah, and it was just really random. So the fact that he was opening up with those jokes while he brought you out in Atlanta is fucking hilarious.
What's your favorite Filipino bit?
Bit
That like is like a real thing.
of mine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or just in general. It could be anybody's.
I don't know if I have a famous bit or anything. I mean, I feel like Joe Coy does a really good thing about the tabo. You know tabo? Yeah. Like the
You don't use that yet? Man, you ain't married in completely.
Oh, you rinse your ass?
yeah,
ass
but with like a bucket. They call the bucket a tabo.
Sometimes it's like an AM PM cup.
Oh yeah.
Or like old ice cream
I
tub.
don't think I need to ever bring that in.
It's actually quite nice.
Is that the hose where they have it connected to the toilet like a bidet?
It's a literal like 7-Eleven big gulp.
So how do you pour it from your back down?
Yeah.
And
Down
you
the crack.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it has to be a 7-Eleven big gulp.
Wait, so how do you use it?
No, there's if you're civilized, there's the one with the handle now, but like
You know, I've actually never asked how other people do it. Do you wipe?
wow, damn dude, I got the whole afternoon.
Wash. Wipe, wash.
I would do wipe, wash, wipe, yeah.
And then do you guys use the big gulp and go like from this and let it
Yeah, you start at your mullet.
and then you let it drop from your spine?
Yeah.
You open up your collar and then you pour it down.
Yeah, you just get it right on your tail. Sometimes you just get your tailbone and then it just goes whoop.
It's a perfect little ramp. I think.
Science does its thing.
So does that mean every Asian group has a different way of like rinsing their ass after they
Yeah, dude.
Japanese is the best.
they use a fucking UFO to wipe their asshole?
All I'm saying is a bidet is just so effective.
It's the best. It's
And they got fucking fans and heaters and fucking massages with that shit. It's all
Because I don't even know what they used before. Because they've been doing that shit since I was a kid.
I
like
think the bidet is like thousands of years old.
Yeah, they just had a guy who was just
in Japan. Takahashi!
It's like the first hieroglyphic was a bidet.
Some of the toilets in Europe, they'll have a toilet and then a separate bidet, like a separate porcelain bidet.
for the longest time. I never got it, and I was like, I guess I just pee in that one.
Oh, did they have one at the Trump Hotel? Remember when we stayed in the suite? It was like this weird thing.
Straight up like a
I
toilet.
really and it didn't seem it's not intuitive for you to
Yeah.
be like, this is to wash my ass.
But that means you gotta do this though. Alright, you take a shit, right? Your pants are around your ankles, and then you fucking do a little wobble.
Yeah, a freaking UFO catcher.
and then
like,
you sit down on the next one. Yeah. And then wipe
But
your ass.
there's not even a seat. It's almost as like the
Like you
toilet
hover
without
over.
the seat. Yeah.
looks like a water fountain.
And then the water is just a fountain, so the water goes downwards. It's just not. I don't know. It's not user friendly.
It's not great. Yeah.
Whoever thought to combine them? Dude, that guy. I hope he's rich.
Toshiba, Mr. Toshiba did.
Johnny Toshiba. Congrats.
Lineage of Toshiba that was like.
You know what my father did to get us here?
Doing it better.
We used to have to spit the water,
Yeah.
but now.
But see, with the Tabo, you still get that.
Yeah.
It's low tech.
It's probably the best low tech version.
Yeah, it reuses your 7-Eleven cup.
Do you have one at your house?
Yeah, and well now we have it's like a soft pink pail with like a handle on it that everybody has.
I still
With
need
the
it.
wrist strap too. You need a wrist strap.
It's almost like a serving like thing for like when everyone wants juice.
Because you have the spout, you have better aim. When it's just the round thing, I'm like, oh, I'm fucking missing.
Sometimes you're just hitting just water.
When you're a kid, you're trying to do it and you just dump it in the toilet behind you and you're like, oh,
Well, now I gotta get up and go to the sink again.
You know what they should have used? A fucking plant waterer.
a plant waterer.
Within the spout.
The spout's a little too specific.
Okay. Then fucking.
You need spillage. You need a little.
I think the
spillage.
lemonade pitcher is smart. That's smart. I never thought of that. That's nice.
Or a tea kettle. Use a tea kettle.
Tea kettle?
Yeah,
A tea
It's a
kettle.
little too classy.
British.
It'd be too hot.
Or maybe you get a camelback. Yeah. You just squeeze the bladder. Just throw the cord back there.
Why don't you just put a beer hat and just like get extra long cord? Yeah.
So that's me my new merch. There's all these different tabots.
Dude, if your merch was Tabo, it's pretty sick.
Yeah, beer hat tabot. Oh, funny.
Or just you're selling 7-Eleven big gulps.
Do you have a favorite Filipino comedian that you grew up on, or was it someone else that you're like, oh, this guy inspired me?
I would say like the first one I heard of was Rex.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Rex was.
The legend, dude.
And then people fucking animated. Remember when they animated
old internet? Yeah.
Pack that shit. Pack that shit.
Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
SBC Packer.
He was the guy where I was like, whoa, this. Like, I didn't know Filipinos did stand-up comedy. Yeah. And then Joe was the next one after that. Yeah. But dude, Rex, man.
Yeah.
Rex, he's still touring. He's still doing shows.
I heard he's still out there. In the
Pack
road.
that shit.
Fuck that shit.
Pack this shit. Pack that shit.
That's like Napster comedy too.
It's BC.
SBC. Yeah.
BC.
The packaging company is called SBC,
SBC.
Packers, because as you can see, SBC. He had all these like puns, man.
That's like the first time I ever heard somebody using the Filipino accent, like misconceived words as the comedy. Because like we did that internally, but I never heard it go big, and then I was like so proud of that. Yeah.
That's DC.
That dude was a champ.
That's tight.
Then I saw Joe get a standing ovation on, I think it was Leno. And I was like, yeah. And that was cool to see. Like that was the second time I had seen like Filipinos big in stand-up.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. They had stock footage of a standing O. I just cut to it.
I'm using his standing O in my special.
It's all like 90s. It's all old. It's a studio audience.